Vancouver Island. This is where we spent the first week of our 5-month tour, and on this video you're gonna see where we started out in Victoria, BC, and some of the travels we took up the west coast of the island until we got to Port Renfrew, through some west coast sunshine. And then we get to the Kinsol Trestle, and lastly we're going to get to the Malahat Skywalk, and that's what you're going to see on this video. And we have a Motovlogger meetup that I'm going to feature at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, let's roll that intro and get into this. I have to stop off and say goodbye to my mom before we take off on this trip. Today we're heading out. See you later, Mom.
Have a good trip. I'm going to miss you, but I'm going to be thinking of you, and I love you both. Woo!
Day one, here we are on BC ferries heading over to Victoria.
Gotta go west first.
Mile zero. Here it is, day one, and we're starting off at mile zero in Victoria, BC. There's the ceremonial start to this tour.
And they're off.
At Beacon Hill Park, they got a statue here for Terry Fox. Take a moment to recognize the Marathon of Hope. We're just outside of Beacon Hill Park. We walked down to the ocean, and this is the southwest corner of Canada, so we had to dip our toes in the ocean.
That's gotta be warmer than the Arctic. But it's still pretty cold.
We're here at the Eric's Head Pub, and this is craft beer number 1 in Victoria, BC. Cheers. Cheers. We're now on our way up the west coast of Vancouver Island, and we took this pit stop here, and it's just outside of Colwood. It's Esquimalt Lagoon, and there's a bird sanctuary in the lagoon behind it. And on the other side, this is the Pacific Ocean. But what's pretty cool about this location is there's an artist that does all this driftwood art, and it's kind of all over the beach here. So it's a great little place to stop for a break, something to eat, and we'll make our way up the west coast. Tonight will be the first night of camping. We'll see how that works. Time to get back on the road again. So the next point of interest that we're going to go to here was recommended to by Gloria from the YouTube channel Harley Gurl. I'll put a link here. She recommended to go down this one road called Kangaroo Road. Kangaroo Road. There we go. There we go. There's the end of Kangaroo Road. That sure was a nice road. Here we are. We're all set up for our first night of camping in this new setup. It was pretty easy to get everything set up when we got here, so we've already been fed up and we're watered. I got a little bit of stuff from Souk Brewing Company, some Kentucky lemon. We'll give that a try here tonight. Well, what a nasty night last night. Boy, I'm glad we had a hard shell tent with an awning on it. It was so windy. I think the weather report said it was about 50-kilometer-hour winds. And it's not that much better this morning. Back to West Coast sunshine. Now that's a long one-lane bridge. This bridge is just outside of Port Renfrew, BC. There's the town right there. So today's a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday, everything I was wearing is still drying out. Man, was that wet. Right now, we're looking for a place called Kinsol Trestle. Once we get there, I'll tell you all about it. Here we are at the trailhead for Kinsol Trestle. Let's go for a walk.
Yes, let's.
This wooden trestle bridge used to be used for the railways, and it was Canadian National Railway, I think it was, that used it in the days of logging around here in the early 1900s. At the peak, the height of this trestle bridge is 145 feet above the water. So Canadian Northern Railway started the construction on this bridge around 1911, but then they soon went bankrupt. And that's when Canadian National Railway took it over, and they finished construction on this by 1920. But could you imagine constructing this bridge that high over the water, putting this thing one piece of wood together at a time? So this trestle bridge is about 614 feet long, like I said, 145 feet high at the peak, and it was in existence all the way from 1920 to 1979 is when they finally shut it down. Then it sat in a derelict state for about 30 years. The provincial government decided to restore it and turn it into a historical site where now we can just walk across it. So this is the largest wooden trestle bridge in existence in Canada, and when I tried to look it up, it's one of the largest ones remaining in the world. So there's our little day trip to
Kinsol Trestle.
So there's our little day trip to Kinsol Trestle. Just rolling into a provincial campground here. I can't remember what it's called, but just on the way in here, there's power lines down and trees down. Boy, did they get hit hard with the storm here. Look at that. So that was last night, and they had to cut a path so people can get through. And I talked with Jesse up there. They're busy trying to clean up sites so they can allow people to come in. That's a lot of cleanup in a day. I hope that tree stays there. Here we are at the entrance to the Malahat Skywalk. We're on the walkway to this Malahat Skywalk. This is a brand new attraction that opened up in July 15th of just last year, 2021.
The Malahat Skywalk is on the traditional lands of the Malahat First Nation. And this area for eons has been used as a meeting place for the Coast Salish First Nations to rest on their journeys or to trade their wares.
Here we go. Time to go for a walk. Okay, we made it to the top, and now Lucinda's gonna go
I'm
on
going
this,
on the mat.
the Skynet.
I'm going to the mat for you guys. yeah.
Now my turn. I'm going to do this adventure net where it's a 32-meter drop when you look through there. Okay, let's go for the walk. There, now I'll show you what it's like. That ain't so bad. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go down this slide. There's the entrance, all the way down. Okay, here I go. I'm going first.
Okay, go.
He is going first.
Here, I'm all set. I got the red strap.
Wait, ready?
Yep. Oh boy. Oh man. There we go. I'm done. There, I'm done.
Thanks.
Guess who that is?
Oh my God. Could you guys hear me all the way down?
Yep. So I'm not sure how good I was at holding on to that camera down there, but we'll see in post. We'll see how it
I
turns
let
out.
everybody know how I was feeling.
So let's go sit down and enjoy the view. That's quite a view.
I know I am.
So it's a brand new attraction. It is a pretty cool attraction, but they got a couple of things to do other than just seeing the view. So in my opinion, it's well worth it.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Okay, just passing through Nanaimo here on Vancouver Island, and guess who I bumped into here? It's Chris from Critter Moto. So Chris lives around here, but he's going on a trip here pretty soon too. We were just talking about it here. Tell us about the trip you're going on.
Well, in a week's time, I'm heading down to the Giant Loop Ride in Crystal Crane Hot Springs in Oregon, Central Oregon. So that's going to be a great time. I'm going to be taking the Oregon coast all the way down and doing as much off-road as possible and camping along the way. And
That sounds like an awesome trip. And the thing about Chris is that's amazing is the bike that he's taking on this trip. Is this the bike you're taking?
this is her.
This is it. So he's taking the 250 down there on this whole thing from all the way from Vancouver Island to Oregon.
Yeah, it'll have all my gear in here. The only thing missing right now is the tent and stuff that sits right here, but I pretty much carry everything I need to live on that thing.
Oh, that's perfect. Anyhow, we're having a good little meetup here. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, wish you all the best on the trip.
Yeah, and your trip too.
Yeah, okay.
Anyhow, if you haven't checked out his channel, you gotta check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Here we are at BC Ferries again for round number 2. But tune in next week to find out what happened and where we're going now.
Where are we going to end up, Craig? Tell me if the water's going to hit me. You even told me it was going to happen and still got me.
Ooh, that's good.
The Nanaimo bars with bacon.
That's good.